Hi, my name is Stefan James, and I'm the founder of Project Life Mastery, and I recently finished attending the Alpha One Training at the Biocybernaut Institute in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm recording this video to share with you a bit about my experience and some of the benefits I've received since attending the training. Now, you're probably watching this because you're considering to do Biocybernaut, and like myself, I was doing research online. I wanted to find videos and other people's experiences so that I could determine whether or not it's the right fit for me, because it is a sizable investment of time and money, and I wanted to make sure that I'd really benefit from it. And I found out about Biocybernaut a few years ago by a few friends that had been through the experience and had incredible experience from it. And almost like when they finished completing it, they were kind of like, I thought they were exaggerating how good it was, because I didn't think that anything could be that good. And I've done a lot of personal development. I'm sure you have as well. Over the last 17 years for myself, I've gone to many seminars and gone through the books and courses and mentors and retreats and used other biohacking equipment. I've even done neurofeedback before I did the Biocybernaut training, but just not in a retreat intensive using the technology by Dr. Hardt. And I've even used psychedelic drugs like ayahuasca as well. And I can confidently say that out of everything that I've done, Biocybernaut Alpha One training was the most powerful experience that I've ever gone through for my personal development. And that's saying a lot for me, considering how much that I've done. And for me, one thing that really reinforced for me that this is something that I needed to do was Tony Robbins, one of the leaders of the self-development industry, has been through the experience and shared how it was the most powerful thing that he ever did. And other biohackers like Dave Asprey have shared his experience with it as well. So for me, I knew I needed to do it and just committed myself to bite the bullet, go for it, commit myself to 7 days. I knew it was not going to be easy, and it wasn't. It was a very challenging experience, but it was well worth it, and it was well worth the investment of the money as well. Now, having gone through the event and the experience, some of the benefits that I've gotten, one is I feel like I've let go of so much pain, trauma, resentments, frustrations, and anything that's creating even micro levels of trauma within myself that I wasn't even aware of. And that's the incredible thing I think about Biocybernaut, is that it brings to the surface things that we're not consciously aware is affecting us. Because I would have thought and would have said to you, I don't really have much trauma. I had, a pretty good childhood. I was bullied and had a few things like that, but it wasn't, super traumatic. And I was just kind of going through life and building a business. I didn't realize how much pain that I'd gone through that consciously I had let go of and done some development work on myself to release and felt that I was free from. But subconsciously, a lot of this stuff was still suppressed and it was kind of swept under the rug. And what Biocybernaut, what the technology allows you to do is determine what is actually suppressing your alpha brainwaves. And they can do that with the electrodes and the EEG that everything's attached to see and test whether or not that time that you were bullied, or that one experience that you had with a business partner or with a customer or whatever it might be, whether or not there was still anything there, any charge that was still there that's been swept under the rug that was in the subconscious that's still affecting you. And for me, I was blown away by how much was there that I was able to do a lot of deep work on, because there's a lot of forgiveness work, the forgiveness process that Dr. Hardt created. I would have thought, like, I don't have much to forgive. I don't have 7 days of forgiveness. What am I going to possibly think of or go through? But every day I had a long list. And the beautiful thing is you can actually test and measure to see whether or not, is it suppressing it? Is it something that is still there that you need to release and do the work to let go of? And there's nothing else out there like that gives you that feedback, that allows you to measure that and then actually do the forgiveness work through the process, release it, and then go back to see whether or not there's a charge there. And the EEG does not lie. It will tell you whether or not something is still suppressing your alpha. So that was a huge benefit that I got, is just years and years and years of just releasing things with my dad and siblings and customers and just all the pains that you go through in life that we all go through. I was able to release. And as a result of that, it was bringing up my alpha levels. Another thing too is just probably the biggest benefit as well is just more peace of mind, more calmness, less rumination, less overthinking and analyzing. I feel an expanded state of awareness. It's hard to describe. just more calmness and inner peace, I'd say, day to day. And the interesting thing is, I remember before the event, I'd like open my computer and open my inbox, and there'd be like 100 emails to get to, and that would kind of produce some anxiety for me. But after the event, there's no charge there. It's just, you kind of look at things more neutral, and there's not the emotion that's been suppressed and kind of still attached to that's producing the anxiety or the compulsive thinking or whatever it might be. And so that was a huge benefit. And then I did it with my partner in my relationship, and that took our relationship to a new level because we were able to release so much between each other, and we have a much better and deeper relationship because of that. And I'd say, I'll just give you one more benefit. There's a lot, but I'd say also it just kind of brought a higher level of awareness and consciousness to my life. I look at things through a meta perspective now, and can really walk in other people's shoes and understand why they did what they did, or even myself, a lot of forgiveness you do for yourself. And so I was able to see myself in my past when I was younger and release a lot of pain and that I might have had towards myself, but also have more compassion for myself based on my state of development and consciousness of what I was at that stage of my life as well. So I got a lot of incredible benefits from it, and I know so many other people have done as well. And I'll say that Dr. Hardt, in my opinion, is a genius, incredible man. Really just felt honored and blessed to spend time with him and to benefit from his technology and what he's spent his whole life doing. Benefited and just really had a great experience with our entire staff, from Kate to Brian, who is our trainer, to Darren. Everybody there is just an incredible human being, and the community that they have in their alumni group that you join afterwards is also pretty incredible too. So I love it. I can't wait to go back to get more gains from it, because I see even more potential of what I can get from it. And for me, the investment of money and time is well worth it. I can't think of really anything else that's better to invest in terms of personal development, because in my opinion, you could do 21 to 40 years of meditation. I'd much rather save that time and hack it and do that a lot faster. You can go through years of therapy to release a lot of this stuff, which you're not really able to measure to see whether or not you're actually releasing it. Or you could go to, a million seminars and hire coaches and read all the books and do all the work. But for me, just in terms of the ROI that you get for the amount of money that you invest in the 7 days, there's not really anything else that I can think of that I've come across that can benefit you as much in this way. So for me, I think it's just, it was a pretty easy investment now looking back at it. And I know you might not, see that perhaps when you're looking as an outsider looking in, because you don't know what to expect. It's a bit unknown for you. But after going through it now, I can definitely see it's going to, contribute to more success in my business and all that sort of stuff too. But I think more than that, the things you can't measure as much, such as happiness and peace of mind and better relationship, all of those things I value so much more that, the amount of money that I invested is just easily worth it in that regards too. So hopefully this can benefit you, and just kind of share my experience doing it. And I think everybody should benefit from this as well. And hopefully you decide to sign up and be a part of the community and be a part of the mission that Dr. Hardt has. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.